Why do you need an online presence for your funeral home? Isn't this just a business of referrals and word of mouth? Nothing could be farther from the truth. So if we break out at need versus pre-need, the only way that you are going to get more at need cases of families that have not heard of you is if you have an online presence. So if you put yourself in that family's shoes, they're going through a terrible time, a tragedy, whether it was expected or not, at this stage is irrelevant. They don't have anything that is pre-planned. Now, if they don't know of a specific place, if there's not specific wishes that I want to be buried at this place, or I want to be cremated, I want to be placed here, they're going to go to a couple of particular places online to start to get some feedback. The first place that they're most likely going to go is they're going to go to Google, and they're only going to use one of a couple of very specific search phrases. The top searched phrase right now is funeral home near me. Now that typically will cast a net of roughly 3 to 5 miles. Now, there's a couple of different ways that you can capture that market share. The first one is from your Google business profile, your Google business page, and that is that one that has the tight 3 to 5 mile radius. Now, if there are lots of funeral homes within a smaller area, it could be as tight as 2 or 3 miles around you. The second place is below, and that's going to be your website. So you have a lot of different opportunities for you to control that real estate. I like to look at the top 10 listings on Google's page 1 as real estate. You can have a listing on their Google business page. You can also have your website ranking well. And if someone is going to Google and they're typing in funeral home near me, and you're showing up in that Google 3-pack, as it's called, as well as below, the chances are very, very high that you're going to get an opportunity to, at the very least, quote and have a conversation. If you're not showing up, you're not even going to be considered. You're not even going to be in the game. Now, the other place that people are turning to that a lot of funeral homes are not fully understanding, and it's one of those that I believe is massively underutilized, is Facebook. When I look at almost every funeral home Facebook page, they're just posting the obituaries. Obituary after obituary, and that is it. They're missing out on a massive opportunity to where they can build rapport online. They can build brand presence. The most underpriced attention right now is organic social, and that is just by posting things on platforms like Facebook. Now, if I look at Facebook versus Google, think of Facebook and YouTube and other platforms like that as pre-need. We're able to brand your funeral home. We're able to talk about why you need to be prepared, and we can hyper-target very specific audiences. Whereas Google is at need, where people are going and typing in things again like funeral home near me. But if you don't have an active presence on those platforms, if you don't have a website that loads quickly, looks great on mobile, a lot of these websites I've seen, they were designed 5, 10, 15 years ago. They don't even work on mobile or on an iPad. And right now, 30 to 50% of people are using their cell phone. They're sitting on the couch, and that's where they're doing those searches. If you don't have your ducks in a row in all of those areas coming together to build your web presence, a different funeral home is going to outmarket you, and they're going to grab that market share. Having an online presence, especially in today's age, is absolutely critical. And as the market continues to change, the data that I'm seeing, they're saying that by 2040, which I know is a ways away, that 80% of people will be cremated. So what is that going to do to your market share, to your margins? Well, if you are capitalizing now and building your web presence and continuing to grab at need and pre-need, you will be able to be in a much better position than all of your competitors. You've got to have a great omnipresence online as well as offline to continue to grow and continue to be in this market.